Hey there Vault Dwellers, Naked Vault Dweller here, and in this video we're going to cover a Knight's Penance, which is a Fallout 76 Brotherhood of Steel Steel Rain quest. So if you like how-tos, tips and tricks, walkthroughs, the occasional dad jokes, some locker room humor, you are definitely in the right place. So take this moment, hit the subscribe button down below, like the video, and hit that notification icon. That way you'll be one of the first to know whenever I release a video in the future. Start off by opening your map and heading on over to Fort Atlas. When you get to Fort Atlas, you're going to want to talk to Russell Dorsey, where he'll tell you that the Super Mutants are attacking everything and he's getting reports from all over. Russell will also go on to tell you that Foundation's been tracking the Super Mutants and they think they're originating at a place called Uncanny Caverns, but tells you to go inside Atlas and speak with Knight Shin for more information. And at this point, you're going to want to head inside of Fort Atlas and go up to where Knight Shin and Rahmani are having a heated conversation about the Super Mutants attacking.
But the Knight and Paladin
sending out our forces, we have to act now.
With what resources, Rahmani? We already lost too many to the Super Mutants. Send any more out, and Fort Atlas is unprotected.
It's a risk we have to take for the people of Appalachia.
You're like a broken record, but the facts still haven't changed. Do you have something to report, Initiate?
Being in their presence, Rahmani and Knight Shin stop talking and ask you to report to them. And that's when Knight Shin will tell you to speak with Initiate Hewson and Initiate Norland and let them know that they're going to be heading with you guys to Uncanny Caverns to take care of the Super Mutants. And from here, it doesn't matter who you speak to first, you just got to speak to both of them before you go to Uncanny Caverns. And for me, I head downstairs to speak to Hewson and pass the good news that she's been selected to come along on this little adventure. And apprehensively, Hewson tells you that she'll gather her possessions and start heading in that direction.
Right. No need to be nervous. I'm just being called in for my first ever field mission, and it's led by Knight Shin, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I won't know what I'm doing in front of him.
Next, I'll head back upstairs and speak to Norland, where he'll tell you he's raring to go to Uncanny Caverns and he'll meet you there.
It's a big responsibility, so I don't have time for much else. I need to be vigilant about my training if I'm going to become a knight.
Now select your map and find your way over to Uncanny Caverns. And once you arrive, quickly find your way to the entrance and go inside. Once inside, you'll find Knight Shin, Initiate Norland, and Hewson waiting for you. It's eerily quiet, and Knight Shin will tell you that you need to explore further into the cavern. And just a little ways in, you'll get to a photo op area. Hewson at this point expresses just how jittery she is, and everybody else kind of puts her back in line.
Stay focused, Hewson. This is no time for jokes.
Initiate Norland is right. Follow his lead.
Right. Sorry. Never mind.
Moving further into the cavern, you'll find that the area has been blocked by a cave-in. There's also another way around with a small, narrow opening, but it will require you to take off your power armor. So you'll report back to Knight Shin. Knight Shin makes a call that Hewson and Norland are to go through the narrow opening without power armor, while you two stick together and try to find your way through the rocks and rubble.
You mean all by ourselves? Oh, okay. Got it. I mean, yes, sir.
You'll stay with me and find a way to clear the cave-in.
At this point, you're going to want to explore the area. At one place, you're going to find a shovel sticking out of the ground. Pick that shovel up. Next, you're going to find a trap corridor here. Clear this trap and work your way on inside. You're going to find a duffel bag lying on the ground with some dynamite in it. Go ahead and grab that dynamite and come back out. Now go ahead and return back to the collapsed entrance. And here you'll have a number of options to choose from to get through the rock. And for me, I decided to use a strength check and dig my way through with the shovel, as Knight Shin said not to be destructive, and I want to follow orders. From this point, all the rubble will disappear and you'll hear a war cry coming from somewhere deeper in the cavern. A few moments later, some Super Mutants will attack with painted faces. Take care of them and make sure you speak to Knight Shin. Once you speak to Knight Shin, he'll basically tell you gotta go further into the cavern. And as you're moving further forward, you're going to discover Norland's body lying somewhere on the ground. It's at this point Knight Shin will kneel down next to his body, and the dialogue will lead you through a more humanitarian side for Knight Shin. And just to note, and this will not be the only time I ever say this, but just to note here in the Brotherhood of Steel quest line, I try to stay neutral pretty much all the way through it. After you're done talking to Knight Shin, at this point you want to pop back up and start walking around. Make sure to follow your compass down there at the bottom. It's going to lead you to an opening where you'll go to the next portion of the cavern. Next, you're going to happen upon Hewson, and Hewson's going to be waving everyone away as she stepped on a trap and she's afraid that she's going to cause it to explode. From this point, there's going to be a brief conversation between Hewson and Knight Shin where Knight Shin decides that his power armor is enough to be able to absorb all of the explosion. So it is literally at this point where Knight Shin runs and dives on the explosive device and it explodes. Now there's going to be another brief conversation, and after that conversation, there's going to be several waves of super mutants that's going to be attacking. Take care of all the super mutants, and once you're done with them, return back to Knight Shin and Hewson for further instructions. Once you return back to Knight Shin and Hewson, Knight Shin will tell you that you need to explore around and see what you can find.
Be thorough. All this gore could easily cover up something important.
From here, start heading north in the cave. You're going to eventually get to a dead end where there's going to be a hand sticking up from a goop pile with a Pip-Boy attached to it. Grab the Pip-Boy, as if you're going to leave it there, and take it back to Knight Shin. Once you return back to Knight Shin, he speculates that maybe the super mutants had taken over a vault somewhere. Then Knight Shin instructs you to take the Pip-Boy to Scribe Valdez back at Atlas for further analysis.
Go ahead and take the Pip-Boy tour. Initiate Hewson will patch me up here before we return to Fort Atlas. And we'll give Initiate Norland a proper burial.
It's at this point you're going to want to return to your map and go to Fort Atlas again. Once inside Fort Atlas, head upstairs to Valdez on the catwalk. When you speak to her, she originally says something along the lines of, "Have you seen Marcia?" A segue into the next quest we're about to get into.
Bring any new... Hey, have you seen Marcia around? Girl with black hair and the spirit of youthful rebellion?
And it's at this point that Valdez takes the Pip-Boy from you and tells you that she has something else for you to do while she's running diagnostics on the Pip-Boy.
I'm going to run a diagnostic on this Pip-Boy. Talk to me as soon as you're available. I'm pretty worried.
And this will conclude the quest Knight's Penance and start the quest Missing Person. Additionally, I got the Face Breaker as one of the primary rewards from this quest. If you found this quest walkthrough to be helpful, give it a thumbs up, or if you're stuck somewhere, leave a message down in the description. I or someone else might be able to assist you with that. And until I see you on the next quest, thanks for watching.